I'm going to just open up the web tab, and I'm just for now going to use the web most common size, so which brings me these preset details here. As you know, web should be 72 and color mode should be RGB. For background contents, that is actually the color. But if I have not decided on the color of the background yet, then I would just keep it safe and choose transparent and then create my document. So here's my document, and right now there's no background color. So there's more than one way to change this or add color, I should say. So in your layers panel, actually at the bottom of the layers panel, as you can see, the couple icons, so the FX and then the layer mask is right next to it. Next to that is your adjustment, new fill or adjustment layer. So if I click on this drop down, right at the very top, it says solid color, also gradient and pattern, but we're going to use solid color, and it will fill, and you can choose any color you want in the spectrum, dragging the slider. So I'm just going to go back and I'm going to choose purple for this, and okay if you like it. If you ever want to go back and change what you've done, just double click into the layer where the color is. And once again, you can move your sliders and it will change. So I'm going to cancel that. Now, let's say I wanted to add a gradient as well to the bottom of this, so fading into the color. So in order to do that, I need to create a new layer first. So in the layers panel, next to the garbage can is a plus sign. I click on that and there's an empty layer. In this empty layer that is selected, I will go back into the same menu I was in before, the new fill or adjustment layers. And this time, instead of solid color, I'm going to choose gradient. Here's just an example of what you can do. You can go in, choose gradients, different gradients as well. If I double click, I can change the color if I wanted to. So sometimes web graphics have this to show a little bit more depth, and maybe they have their product shots or whatever in the back. I've seen this mostly in entertainment and music when they have this gradient here, and maybe they have a couple of images of a single coming out or things like that. So for now, I'm just going to leave it the way it was for that, something subtle. Okay, so you would just double click into the color if you wanted to change the color. Okay, then you also have these sliders as well. I can click and drag these sliders so you can intensify. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm intensifying and expanding the gradients if I wanted to. Or this one, this white slider, I can bring this closer to the pink, which makes and decreases the gradient. So you could do that as well. Then I press OK. And over here gives me the style. So I have linear, radial, angle. So typically linear for this would work the best. You can also change the angle of the linear. So right now it says 90. You can click and drag the portion here, and you can kind of drag it to where you want it to go. Once you're ready, you can click OK.